Alright, hello and welcome back to another video. Now today is going to be a bit of a different one. Today they decided to drop the new update trailer for the upcoming update La Royale, featuring, predominantly the French Navy as it is a French title. But I guess here in this teaser we actually see quite a lot of vehicles, I guess, that are, going to be really interesting to the game in my opinion. So let's just start playing it here. And the first thing you see here is, a very dusty, I guess, map here. I guess it's Middle East, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is the vehicle right here, and we're gonna get to this later. It's quite a special vehicle that I have actually been looking for quite a long time. And here we go. Next we see the J8B. The J8B is probably going to be getting a another variant added to the game with most likely new missiles. Maybe it would even get Pythons, depending on how Gaijin feels like it. But I guess, we'll see how that happens on the dev server. Now here is the I guess the second ground vehicle that gets featured in the trailer. And this thing here, it's an artillery piece and it's French. It's the AMX-30 AU-F1. Now this tank here, it's on an AMX-30 chassis, very big turret as you can see. It's a howitzer. It's 155mm. It's got a 7.5 second reload, so I'd say it's pretty strong. We already have a couple 155mm in game. We have the Type 75, I believe, and I guess the 2S3M is close with the 152mm. So to have another big artillery piece is certainly a welcome thing. I guess the G6 also exists. Alright, now the next vehicle we see here, you don't really see it that well, but I think we're going to get another glimpse of this later on, so I'm not going to touch on it for the time being. Alright, well, what we just saw there is a bit of a glimpse on one of the vehicles that I've been very much looking forward to for quite a long time, and that is the BTR-82 or the 82A, one of them. The BTR, imagine BMP2, but it doesn't have a missile and it's on wheels. That is the BTR-82 for you. It's got a stabilized 30mm cannon. It's most likely going to be at 8.0, 8.3, stuff like that. I think it's going to be very fun. Imagine like an R3, but sort of enlarged to a very large degree, and it doesn't feature any ATGM, so yeah, it's gonna be around the 8.0, 7.0 range, and yeah, I'm looking very much towards it. And here, in the next scene here, another vehicle that I'm really interested in. We're gonna see Wise quite soon, and this is the SU-39, I believe, or an SU-25 TM, depending on how you want to designate it. And this plane here, it's relatively modern, and it gets some special weaponry, which we'll get to see later on in the trailer. Here we go, here we got a bit of a better shot on the 82 here. Only a 30mm and a auxiliary 7.62, but still something that I've been very much interested for a long time, and I am looking quite forward to it. Right, here we see a destroyer. I believe this is maybe one of the La Fantasque class destroyers. I could be wrong though, I'm not very knowledgeable on the French Navy, but yeah, there we go. And here is the SU-39 again, and as we can see, it's got some special ordnance, I can't speak, ordnance. 16 Vitre missiles. Everyone loves them, everyone hates them. Imagine a flying K-50, but it's got more missiles. That is this plane right here. I'm not sure if it gets thermals. Maybe it just retains the same sight as the current SU-25. That would be a bit of a shame, but yeah, we'll have to see on the dev server how it actually plays out. Right, next plane here, we're switching very rapidly. This is the Mirage 2000 F, or 5F, there we go. I think this is basically the identical plane here. It's got the exact same decal, Armée de l'air, as they say. And another plane for France. If people want this or not, it's up to them, but it's certainly nice to see. you know, I guess another cast plane for France. As you can see here, oh wait, hold on. There we go. It's got quite a lot of armament. It's got, you know, guided bombs, some form of or missile, and of course air-to-air missiles to complement those, and I guess a bit of flares here in the back as well. I guess here we get another shot of the J8 variant that's going to be added. And here we go. Here's the real cream of the crop, as you would say, the V-Hunter missiles, which you find on the KA-50. So I'm really interested actually to see how this will play out in ARB, because with 16 air-to-air missiles, it can be scary, depending on how the lock-on characteristics of the optics are. This could be potentially quite a strong plane to face, but you know, or they could just like mega up tier it and that'll be the end of that. But yeah, we'll see how it actually ends up on the live server, because on the dev server BRs can still shift quite a lot. Alright, so here we see the Recha VBM, and this is essentially a Dardo but on a Centauro chassis as far as I know. Here's a forum post about it, and yeah, I mean, I think it looks very similar, although it doesn't actually seem the same. Where's my trailer? There we go. Yeah, no, never mind. This is definitely the Recha VBM. You know, 25mm with 2 tow launchers, a Dardo on wheels. You know, another light tank for Italy, certainly a welcome change. I think this will be quite fun to play depending on what BR they put it at. You know, I'd say I guess the current Dardo I believe is at 9.7, so it'll probably be around there as well. Very fun vehicle to play as long as it doesn't get mega up tiered. But yeah. Alright, well here we see the retarded bombs that were showcased in today's devlog being launched from an F-14B. Yeah, I mean, could be useful in top tier. I mean, not really though, because everything that probably has these bombs can like face the Panzer and stuff. So, I mean, it's a bit debatable as to how useful they are. I'd rather take a guided bomb, but hey, maybe people will find a use case for these bombs in matches. Here we go, we're just gonna pause here for a second because there's something here in the background getting shoved. What's actually more important is this little wire here. I guess we're gonna be getting new missile, or at least visuals, maybe even new missile handling characteristics, hopefully not. But yeah, new visuals, always welcome. You know, I guess there's a bit more realism to add to the game, which yeah, quite nice. And that basically does it, you know. This time the trailer isn't as cinematic as it was before, but you know, it does showcase quite a lot of new vehicles, so you know, it's satisfactory. Also in today's news, if you guys haven't heard, they've reversed the recent economic changes, and they've actually kind of put out this poll where they're like, hey, give us some feedback, and there's just like a big text box you can write something in. Feel free to utilize this opportunity. I mean, evidently they somewhat listen. I mean, if they actually listen or not, we'll see what they do with the feedback they get. But anyway, that does it for me today. Of course, I will be making dev server content as much as I can. Of course, I don't actually have a CC account, so what I can do is relatively limited. But yeah, I'll definitely see you guys then once the dev server is up. Anyway, that does it for me today, and hopefully I'll see you guys, yeah, I guess on the weekend when the dev server is probably up.